I have to completely disassemble this 1971 Cutlass to get it ready for epoxy primer. As you know, 6 months ago I got this car sandblasted, and over the past 6 months I have been fixing all of the rust and doing all of the metalwork on the car. Now that all of the rust is taken care of, I have to get the metal coated so that it will not re-rust. But in order to do that, I have to take this car completely apart. Now, disassembling one of these classic cars is a lot easier than you may think. The first panel that you want to start with is the hood. You have to start with the hood because the hood hinges bolt to the sides of the fenders. So once the hood is off, then you can remove both fenders, followed by the core support. Now that the front end is completely disassembled, it's time to move to the body. Starting with the passenger door, I'm removing all 6 bolts that bolt the hinge to the actual body of the car. Since I'm doing this all by myself, I left the door latch in so that it would be easier to take the doors off of the car. And just like that, the door comes off, and now we can move to removing the door hinges from the door. Now, when you get ready to paint or prime anything, it is better you take off all the parts. Your job is going to come out so much better. So you just have to make sure you remove everything from the car. So right here, I'm removing the door hinges from the actual door, because if you just mask these hinges off, then you will not be getting epoxy primer behind the hinges, so it will rust because it is bare metal. After the hinges are off, I took off the latch, which is inside the door. It just has these 3 screws on it, and then it slides out through the inside. Remember to always baggie and label your bolts, or put them back in the part that you took them out of. This keeps things organized for when you put it back together. So now that the passenger door is completely disassembled, it's time to do the exact same thing on the driver door. After both doors are off, the last part that we have to remove is the deck lid. It just has 4 bolts that bolt the hinges to the deck lid. Now that all the panels are off of the car, I'm going to jump underneath the car and loosen all 8 body mounts that bolt the body to the frame of the vehicle. Now, all that's left to do is get the car off the frame and get it in primer.